7. Good Friday morning. Welcome to Kevin at 7. Thank you for joining me on this Friday morning. Thank you for honoring me with your presence. And I'm excited to talk to you today about how to be yourself, only better. How to be yourself, only better than you are. And so we're going to talk about, this is a philosophical question. I've been thinking about this. I was literally in my meditation this morning. I'm thinking about this. How do you change your life? How do you transform yourself and become better without faking it? Right? So here's who I am. Here's who I want to become. So to become this person I want to become, I have to become somebody I'm not. But how can I become somebody I'm not without becoming not real, without becoming fake? And so we're going to talk about how to be yourself, only better. And the reason this came up in my brain was because of things that I hear people say, and I've said, and children say, and that is, it's just not me. It's not who I am. It's not natural for me. It doesn't feel right because it doesn't feel real. How do you do that? Good morning, Deborah. Rocky from Richmond, Lexington, Richmond, JY. I think that's KY. Good morning. As you come on, thanks for the thumbs up. Make sure you give the video, the stream, a thumbs up. Share this with folks. Tell us where you're coming from in the world, like Kathleen Birkland from Riverside, Deborah from Kentucky. It is Kentucky. I knew that. Amy Lynn Tam from Montreal. Okay, so A is Audrey. Hi, Audrey. Good morning. Good morning, Roseanne from Boca Raton. Paul Murphy. I am real. I love it. I believe you, Paul. Paul's a real guy from Huntington Beach, California. Love Huntington Beach. Patricia Carmel from Tampa. Hey, Ani from Phoenix. Tiago from somewhere. Carsla from Vegas. Reed from Whidbey Island. I love it. And there was a bunch went by on that morning from Colorado. Christian, Brian from Tampa, Justin from Phoenix. Awesome. Welcome all you guys. Great to see all of you this Friday morning. Hey, Dominic from Miami. Here's the question. How do you get real, be real, and stay real and change your life at the same time? How do you learn a skill, and be you without being fake? So let me give you an example. So the Book of Yes. So we're selling hundreds of these books almost every day. Go to thebookofyes.com if you want a free copy of thebookofyes.com. I say we're selling them. We're giving them away for free. You're just paying for shipping. Go to thebookofyes.com. You can get a free copy. So this book in it has all of the best real estate scripts in the industry to help you connect with people better, to get more appointments, to get more listings, to handle objections, and all of that is right here in the Book of Yes. And yeah, when people read scripts, they look at the script and go, hey, JP from Washington. Good morning, Sharon from Vancouver. Good to see all you guys. As you come on, tell me where you are in the world so I can get to know you, so you can get to know me. We can get to know each other, other people in the live stream. A lot of you guys, most of you guys are real estate agents, so you can get to know who each other is and where you are. When we talk about scripts just aren't natural, right? I mean, it's not natural to say something that doesn't come directly out of your head. It comes from a book or from a piece of paper. And so it's like, that doesn't feel natural. And I don't want to be fake. I want to be real. So how do I do that? And so I've been thinking about this. How do you become better than you are without faking it? And how do you internalize, or how do you master something like a script without faking it, without becoming unnatural? Because in Hollywood, they have the saying in Hollywood that says the script is the enemy. And what they mean by that is, until you master it, it makes you fake. And while you're fake, you're not powerful. So what do you do? So I want to talk about this mindset of mastery. I read it about every quarter. Hey, Robert, thank you, sir. Love that book. Good. I hope you're studying it and practicing the scripts in it every day if you're a real estate agent. That you're actually using them every day, because this is how you get appointments. It's how you make money. Oh, guys, can I share with you? Would it be okay if I shared with you a little of the stuff that's happening in my 100-day List Master Challenge right now? I want your permission to do that, if it's all right to do that. If that's okay, would you give me some thumbs up? Tell me yes. Because some of you, if you've never taken the 100-day List Master Challenge, this is if you want to dramatically improve your business. Thank you, Robert. If you want to, Paul, thank you. Thank you, guys. All right. All right. So that would be a yes. Thanks, Elizabeth. If you want to dramatically increase your business, your income, your lifestyle, and everything, the 100-day List Master Challenge is something you should definitely look at doing. So this is just some of the stuff that's happening. I was just looking at the scoreboard this morning. So they report their numbers on the challenge scoreboard. And so we have 36 people in the challenge, which is the cap. We have 36 people in the 100-day list master challenge. We actually have 34 now because we had one whose husband had a major health issue that we've taken her out of this challenge and she's going to be doing the next one. And then we had one that quit, which rarely happens, but it happens. So we got 34 out of 34 people in the challenge. We are on day 39 right now, 38, day 35, day 39. Day 39 of the challenge. We're a little over a third of the way through. In 39 days, this is what some of these agents are doing in 39 days in the 100-day list master challenge. So we're a little over a third of the way. At first, in 39 days, we compare their productivity with how much commission did they earn in this 100 days compared to the previous 100 days in terms of how many deals did they put in escrow, which means they're taking listings and selling them, or they're getting buyers and selling them. So already in 39 days, we have 10 of the 34 people, which is a third of the people, 30%, over 30% of the agents in the 100-day list master challenge have already made more money in this 100 days than they made in the previous 100 days. And it's only day 39. That's pretty exciting, including agents that have made one agent, 83,680. So in 40, we're talking of 39 days, a little over a month, $83,680. Now this person here, 83,000, 17 listings and 16 sales. So 17 new listings taken, listing agreements signed in 39 days. 17 listings signed, 39 days. 16 sales put into escrow in the last 39 days. That's nearly a sale every other day. And this guy is himself and one assistant. This is Jerry Weaver in Canton, Michigan. Is just one of them. Now, here's what's cool about Jerry. Jerry was bankrupt 5 years ago. Jerry made his first six-figure year before last in 2016. Now, in 2018, he has made $83,000, nearly $100,000 in 39 days. And he did that. He made just a little over $100,000 2 years ago. And now he's doing it in he'll make it in 60 days, in 2 months, he's making $100,000. So we're talking about a guy that is all of a sudden looking at making $500,000 in a year who in fact, he was talking about just a few years ago, he said, I'd never made $40,000 in a year. And if I remember correctly, I may have the numbers wrong on that. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. So let's see who else. I've got, there's just a lot of cool people here. Trish Round, Grand Rapids, Michigan, $62,000, has had 8 sales already. Ravi Ramachandran, oh my goodness. So Ravi last year was his first full year in real estate. So Ravi, year before last was his first year. Last year was his first full year. Last year, he 10x'd his business from the previous year. So he 10x'd his business in 2017 from 2016, joined the Inner Circle, qualified for the Inner Circle this year, just joined. He's doing his second 100-day list master challenge. In 39 days, he is at over $96,000 in commissions earned already. That's just freaking amazing. And we're talking about a guy that, this is good stuff. Him and his wife, Ravi and Ash Ramachandran, great people. And he's already made 3 times what he made in the previous 100 days. He's done that in 38 days of the challenge. I'm so proud of these guys. And I'm telling you, this is the kind of things that happen. Now, it doesn't happen for everybody in the 100 days. Some people struggle, but they build a foundation, they get stuff going, and they learn stuff, and they create levels of mastery and so forth. So it's part of it is just a matter of becoming. And what's interesting is that of the people that are taking the challenge, I think 8 of the 34, 8 or 9 of them, maybe no more than that, this is their second, third, or fourth, or even 5th 100-day list master challenge. It's a $5,000 program, and they're taking it for their second, third, fourth, or 5th time. Now, why would you do it over and over again? And the reason is because they make more money every time they do it. They get better every single time they do it. So this transformation, my friends, is what I want you to understand. Don't think you do something one time and then I made it, I'm arrived, I learned so much, now I'm going to go implement. No, you learn so much and then you implement, and then you keep learning and you implement again, and you keep learning and you implement again. And every time you implement, then you get success. You don't go like, I got it made, now I'm going to go work. You go back to the learning again. So I learn, I implement, I succeed, and then I go like, oh, wait, I need to go back and learn some more. And so I go back and learn, and you learn the same as you learn the same training over and over. Hey, Ronald, what comes first, the Vortex or the 100-day? It doesn't matter, except that because we got the Vortex training campus coming up, The people that come to an event before they do the 100-day challenge, their results are over twice as high as people who don't have a foundation. So when you come to my training and spend 3 days with me, you get this massive foundation. Then you start the challenge, the other thing is the Vortex is before the challenge in terms of time. At the Real Estate Vortex Training Camp, July the 9th, 10th, and 11th, that's when we will open registration for the next 100-day List Master Challenge. So you know, come to the Vortex Training Camp, July 9th through the 11th. Go to realestatevortex.com. You get all the details on that. Go to realestatevortex.com. Do that. Sign up for that. If you want to get the online course with it so you can start today, you can do that. And by the way, if you do that, you'll literally, if you actually take the Vortex Training Camp, the Vortex online course, and you start studying it right away and start implementing it today, this week, you will pay for the Vortex Training Camp and for the challenge before you even show up at the challenge, at the training camp. It's that good. If you implement it, you got to be dedicated and committed and actually do 100% of what I train you to do every day. And when you do it, you'll change your business, change your life. Yeah. So JP, he just joined last year, and he did 150K in the 100 days. This is pretty good business, my friends. Right here, Robert, it's called The Book of Yes, thebookofyes.com. That's where you go to get the hard copy of the book. And it's hard. It's a paperback. This is the actual, it's the one you can buy on Amazon. It's the only one that's, it's the only, we've never done a hardback version because it's too expensive. There's no reason to do it. I want you to use this book, wear it out, and then buy another one for you can get it free plus shipping. You're only paying $6.95 for the shipping. So, and you get it, and then you get a note from me in the thing, and then you get a lot of other cool stuff. So that's there. But I'm going to go back to becoming. Elizabeth is coming to the Vortex. You need to sign up today. Cool, Elizabeth. So go to the realestatevortex.com. Coaching members, you have a different link. So Elizabeth, you should have a different link, because if you're a coaching member, if you're in my coaching, there's a discount. So Elizabeth's coaching member, so you get a discount. So that should be in your email. And if you don't have it, just email Elena at yesmasters.com. You know, Elena, E-L-E-N-A. If you don't know how to spell Elena, just go to support at yesmasters.com. All right. So here's the deal. How do you become better without giving up being you? And we know this, you know you can do it. But here's the thing. I want to just address a couple of misunderstandings or a couple of bad philosophies. Hey, Patricia's going to be there too. Awesome. Love it. That's awesome. Here's a couple of things that we have wrong. So this idea of fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it is a flawed strategy. Fake it till you make it. Because think about it. What does faking it mean? It means you're not being real and not being you. Okay. So I get scripts. Okay. Now I've got my scripts and I'm like, okay, I see. So if you had sold this house, where were you planning to go next? So what's taking you to next? So it sounds like, I'm reading a script and it's not natural. It's not me. But if I try to be me, then I'm faking it because this isn't really me. So you don't fake it till you make it. Okay. So I'm going to give you a couple of different things to do it. How do you become better than you are without faking it? How do you make changes without faking it till you make it? So here's what you do. One is mindset. So first is how you think. Okay, here we go. You ready? Instead of fake it till you make it, this is the mindset. You choose it until you feel it. Okay. Well, just be happy. Well, if you don't feel happy, if you don't feel energetic, what do? Just fake it till you make it. If you'll just act happy, you'll become happy, which is true. If you act happy, you become happy, but you're not faking it till you make it. You're choosing it. You're choosing a way of being until you feel your feelings line up with the way you're being. So instead of saying, I'm going to fake it till I make it, say, I'm going to choose it until I feel it. Okay. I'm going to choose it till I feel it. In fact, write that out. There you go. Thank you, Karsla. Choose it until you feel it. Thank you, Waylon. Choose it until you feel it. In other words, I don't feel like prospecting today. Well, I'm going to choose to do what I'm supposed to do. And then once I start doing it, the feelings will follow your actions. If you don't feel loving toward your spouse because they haven't been, being good, they've been neglecting you or ignoring you or being a nagging or, whatever, not keeping their word, and you want to feel good toward them, you choose it and you choose to treat them as if you love them. You treat them as if you like them until you feel it. Your feelings will follow your actions. Okay? As Tony Robbins says, motion creates emotion. Motion creates emotion. You do it, you take the action, you put yourself in motion, and the emotion will follow. Okay? But I'm not faking it. It's real because I choose to be happy. I choose to be joyful. I choose to be loving. I choose to be caring. I choose to be disciplined. I don't feel disciplined. So what do? Be disciplined. Do what a disciplined person would do, which means I do what I'm supposed to do. I keep my word even if I don't feel like it. And then my emotion will follow the victory of just the fact that I put myself in motion. So if I don't feel like using a script, but I know it's the right thing, use it until you feel it. So that's the mindset side of it. Now let's talk about the actual skill set side, or the actual mastery of changing your life or changing a pattern. So for example, how do I become great at using a script? How do I become a master of a listing presentation that's not me? Here's how you become great at it. Okay. You model it until you master it. You model it until you master it. You model it until you master it. It's not natural for me. So what am I going to do? I'm going to model doing it the way a master would do it until it becomes natural for me. So think about it. Right now we're in the NBA playoffs, right? So Michael Jordan, when I was young, Michael Jordan was kind of like, and he wasn't, when I was a little kid, Michael Jordan was kind of close to my age. Yeah. So I didn't really idolize him as a little kid. So for me, it was like Magic Johnson, Dr. J. I mean, I love Dr. J. Julius Erving with the 76ers. That dude was like what he could do with the ball, and he was so graceful. So what did I do? If I tried to be Dr. J, it was faking it, right? Because I wasn't Dr. J. So instead of the idea of fake till you make it, it was model it until you become it. Model it until you master it. So we would literally, and I would try to do what Dr. J could do. And just by modeling somebody who was great at it, by modeling the best at it and saying, I'm going to do what they do. I'm going to use what they use. I'm going to do the moves that they move, and trying to model that, then over time you get better and better at it. And because I had a coach, is that the coach would then correct me and help me go like, okay, so watch, let me show you what he's doing that you're missing here. And boom, he'd show me one little thing about how he did his feet different, and that changed everything. So I'm modeling it until I master it. You model it until you become it. So you take a script and you go like, it doesn't feel natural. So what do? I have to get it in my head. And most of the time that means memorizing it. And then I got to get it in my heart. I got to internalize it. And so I just model like trying to make it feel natural and do it in a way that comes out natural until it finally starts doing it. As I master it, then it comes out. And all of a sudden like, whoa, that was me. It was me using a choreographed conversation that somebody else designed because it was good. It was better than what I could come up with, or better than what I had. And so I now model that and I bring it out. And I now bring it out over and over until it feels natural. And so it now has become me. So that you never stop being real. You just start internalizing a skill that you didn't have before, or mastering a swing that you didn't have before. So think of golf. You just take a kid and you give them a golf club or a baseball bat. Here's what I promise you they're going to do. They're going to swing it wrong. In other words, they're not going to have great technique. Now, what is great technique? I mean, who decided what great technique was? Well, results. Here's what great technique is. If I have a golf club and I have a swing, and when I hit the ball, it goes straight and a long ways and right at the target I'm aiming at, that would mean that you're doing something right, because the result is what you want. And if you're swinging in a way that when you hit the ball, it makes it go off and it curves off somewhere into the woods, that would mean your technique is wrong, because the ball's not going where you want it to go, right? So what I got to do, I'm like, well, you need to swing this way. You need to keep your head still and stop moving your head. Yeah, but that's not natural. You try to swing a golf club and not move your head. It is not natural. Okay, because you naturally want to just look, and then you anticipate, so your head tends to come up before you actually hit the ball. So now you're hitting a ball you're not looking at, so you miss it. I know it's crazy, but it's that way. It's not natural to not move your head the whole time as you come back, and then you swing your golf club. You never move your head as your whole body is making this massive swing. So you tell a kid to do that. It's not natural. And when you start doing it right, their swing will actually sometimes get worse. The results will get worse before they get better. Why? Because they haven't mastered it. So what you got to do, you got to model it, and it's not going to feel natural for a while. But by correcting the technique, and it's the same way in the way you communicate. So we teach in using scripts. I teach a downswing, how to ask a question or make a statement with a downswing rather than an upswing. Okay. So if it's okay, let's use. Would it be okay if I gave myself a quick tour of the house? So I'm at their house. I'm saying, would it be okay if I gave myself a quick tour? I'm going up at the end of this sentence. And when I go up at the end of a sentence, it sounds like I don't know what's up. But when I say, would it be okay if I gave myself a quick tour? So I go down at the end of the sentence. And when I go down with a downswing, that technique sounds more confident. But it's not natural to ask a question going like, what would you like to have for dinner? You go, what would you like to have for dinner? You go up. So we naturally ask a question about something we don't know. We go up at the end. But when you go up at the end, it makes you sound uncertain. And when you're in a listing presentation, you want to sound and be certain and confident, not uncertain and tentative. So we train you on a technique for using a downswing. When it's done correctly, it's like awesome and powerful. When it's done incorrectly, it sounds stupid, right? So you have to master it. And when you first do it, you're like, that's not natural. No, it's not natural. That's why you haven't been getting listings, because you're doing what's natural for you. And what's natural for you communicates that you don't know, that communicates that you're not certain. And that emotion comes out and they feel it, and boom, they don't do it. They say no because they don't feel safe. They don't feel the confidence that they need to feel in you because you're not coming across as confident. How do I do that without and stay real? You model it until you master it. And then once you master it, it's not that you're a different person. You're the same person. You just have a different level of skill, a different level of confidence, a different level of mastery. And it's still you, and it's still just as authentic and just as real. So don't think that mastery all of a sudden makes me not me. Doesn't make me fake. You take a surgeon who can take a scalpel and puts these little eye things on, and they can save people's lives. They can do neurosurgery. They can save you with with paralysis. They can reattach fingers that have been cut off. They can do, what neurosurgeons can do is absolutely mind blowing, but they were not born knowing how to do that. They learned a skill set that took them years and years and years to master. And so it's not natural for them to do that. You look at that Lang, the classic piano maestro, Lang, Lang is what it looks like, Lang. And you watch him play Beethoven's piano concertos, and you watch him play it, and you're like, oh, how does he do that? It looks like he's effortless. He'll play a 40-minute concerto with no music. He's just like bam, 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 and he is attacking that piano, and then he's dancing with the piano, and you're watching him, you're like, oh my gosh. Well, that's not natural. For him it is, because it's who he has become, because he has mastered a skill set. Listen, if you want to have all the financial success in the world, here's all you got to do. You master the art of getting yes from people. You become as good at that as Lang is at playing the piano. And it will change everything in your life, and you'll change a lot of people's lives because you're going to help a lot of people get better results. If you just approached mastery at how to be yourself only better, you're still being yourself, but the better you now is able to deliver a better result. All right, guys, if that's giving you, let me see some thumbs up. Make sure if you have not given the video a thumbs up, make sure on YouTube, you give the video a thumbs up. If this is making sense to you guys, let me see some thumbs up. If you can understand how this is all about being true to your heart, about how to be yourself. It's one of my 12 personal codes of conduct is you got to be yourself. Don't fake. I want to be real, stay real. I want to get real, be real, and stay real. But that doesn't mean you stay the same. You can get better, and you can grow, and you can learn and get better all the time. So my friends, do that. It's Friday. I wish for you an amazing day. Thank you for joining me for Kevin at 7. I'll see you back here on Monday for Kevin at 7. Have an amazing day. Get lots of wins today. Get better today. Have an awesome weekend, and we'll see you guys on